Here we have the current stock market update, the week ahead update for SoFi Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Before we begin, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So for this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take a step back here a bit, and we're going to look at a bit of a longer term view for this stock. For the most part, if anybody that's been watching these videos recently has known that for the most part, what we have been doing is looking at these shorter term time frames, often even as low as 15 minutes on the price charts. I don't think that those charts are invalid or unimportant or insignificant or anything like that. I do actually think they're critically important in terms of being able to identify reversal areas in a stock. And that is essentially what we're doing for this stock at the moment. We have been seeing some sort of severe long-term lows in share prices, and what we're really looking to accomplish here is determining whether or not share prices really have found a bottom right around this $6 level. So the best way to do that is to look at the shorter term timeframes, because in those charts you'll start to see details that won't be present on, say, the daily chart or the weekly chart or the monthly chart. A lot of this price action will be contained in a single candle, and that really doesn't give you the detail or the information that you would really need in order to make the determination that a bottom could be in place. So there are reasons that we have been doing that, but I've been looking around on the platform, and I've been seeing some very extreme price projections for this stock: $35 per share, $40 per share. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with those projections, but I did think that it would probably be a good idea for us to go through some of these longer term price projections here and try to make a determination about whether or not those types of projections here are likely near term, because I do think that it can be quite easy for people to sort of lose track of the broader picture, and of where we currently stand at the moment. So, as things currently stand here, we are starting to break above some short term resistance zones, and I have covered these in the prior video. So I do recommend that if people are looking for a shorter term viewpoint, the prior video might be a better place to start. But essentially, what we're looking at the moment here is a break above the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement and close above there. If I should mention that part. We did close above the 61.8% fib retracement of the move from $8.30 to $6.75. So that would be this most recent declining price move here. We did see a break above the exponential moving average cluster, and then a weekly close above the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. So currently what I'm expecting for this stock is to see a retest of this $8.30 level. And then that is sort of a major kind of moment of truth sort of thing, because what we are at that point, what we're looking for is to see whether or not share prices will be able to form a higher high in the process. We have seen a few examples of that. Recently, this $8.30 price movement did break above this rough double top resistance zone that was found right around $8 per share. So the question here will be whether or not share prices will be able to break above this 830 mark and continue moving forward with the uptrend. But what I wanted to do with this video was to take a longer term view here, get a bit of a longer term perspective, so that we can sort of assess some of these other videos that I would consider to be clickbait really for the stock. So near term, if we were to break above $8.30, the next logical price level to be watching comes in right around $9.18. This would be the price high from the end of February. And then from there, what we would really be looking at here would be a retest of this further resistance zone, which comes in at $10.49. So an area like this would be significant, because if we were able to test that area, this would mean that we were able to break above that psychological level at $10. When you start to see price movements like that, it becomes much more plausible or likely that the financial news media will start to pick up on that event. So, the news headline could be, SoFi breaks above $10 per share. This hasn't occurred since, let's get the date here, the end of 2023. So, we haven't really seen that price level this year. And the last time we did see that price level, we saw a fairly significant price gap develop to the downside. So share prices were really rejected from that area quite sharply. So if we were to see a break above that $10 mark, it would suggest that there would be some changes psychologically as far as sentiment is concerned for this stock, and then it also does then become much more likely that you start to see stories in the financial news media about this. From there, we do have to look at some longer term price levels that could then be seen at that point. A break above $10.49, the next level of resistance would come in at 11.70. But then from there, I think we start to understand why these projections of $30 and possibly even $40. We can start to see why. Where these numbers are coming from exactly. So if we go back to the price high from this would be toward the end of 2021, roughly mid-November 2021, we can see that share prices did failed just ahead of the $25 mark. So there we have another psychological resistance zone, and then a very significant price failure at that point. So it does make sense to some extent that we could envision $25 as being an upside price target, but there's a lot of price movement that would need to happen first in order for those regions to be tested. If I was going to look at the plausibility or possibility that these types of price levels were going to be reached here, first, what I would do would be to look at the Fibonacci retracement analysis based on this daily time frame. So, in order to first breach above this 1170 mark, we would need to see essentially a break of the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of this declining move from 2465. So that would essentially mean the price failure at 2465, and then extending to these prior lows, which would have come in under $5 per share, roughly $4.30 per share. So as we can see here, this resistance area at 1170 is quite important. I would consider that to be much more important from a technical analysis perspective. When compared to this $10.49 area, or even that psychological level coming in at $10 per share. And the reason that I say that is because we are dealing with a region of historical resistance and this 38.2% Fibonacci retracement as well. So, this would be a very important region that would need to be overcome first. And I wouldn't really be prepared to start to make these much more what I would consider to be outlandish or broader upside projections that get us into this upper 20s or $30 level until we see a price break here above that 1170 level first. So I'm not saying that this can't happen, but I'm just saying that I think it's a better idea for traders to be taking this as a process that involves individualized steps rather than these massive price swell projections that bring us right back into the upper 20s or $30 per share. So here's the current stock market update for SoFi Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.